Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Slice of Fried Gold. My name is Paddy. That is Ben. He's concentrating, so he is not talking. Okay, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell, and if you are listening to us on Spotify, please do give us a 5-star review. And now we are going forward. Ben can talk. How the devil are you?
Yes, we're going forward. We're in the wrong direction.
It's fine. We'll work it out.
There was a car behind me. I would say I panicked. That's a lie. I did not panic. It was all very well planned.
We are always well planned in this podcast.
Yes.
We always know what we're doing. Yes. We never panic.
Only when the road is completely closed and I'm like, oh.
Yeah. We'll breach that.
Oh, it's completely... I thought I was going to be able to turn left.
Oh, I thought the same.
Oh.
Okay, bear with, people, bear with.
As we do another 3-point turn.
Strong start. Right. You missed the car. Right.
I mean, he's going to have to do the exact same thing. So,
yeah.
I hate this road. It's so skinny.
It's like me.
Come on, mate. You're going to...
Right, he's going to reverse. Go, commit, Ben.
It's just more like, where is he reversing to? I had a lovely spot for him to pull into. Ah, never mind.
He's a fool, Ben.
He is a fool.
Fool of a took.
Oh, he's going that way. Oh, he's just realised because it's no entry.
Oh.
That's why. That's why he's realised.
Therefore, he is a fool.
He is a fool. Right. Okay.
Right.
I think we're back on track now.
I hope so.
Oh, he's even... No entry here. So
he's completely gone the whole wrong way.
Yeah. Right.
Wonderful.
Right.
Okay.
How am I? Well... As we know, there's been a bit of a slug saga going on.
Yes. Are we getting an update?
And we're getting an update. A few listeners have requested an update.
Yes.
So here we go. After you posed your very practical solution of the slugs could be in the cupboard.
Yes.
I literally got home that night and emptied the cupboard.
Okay.
I can confirm, no slugs.
Well, where the fuck are they coming from?
So my theory went back to the bin bags.
Yeah.
And then 2 days later, a slug appeared, and I have not changed the bin bags. So it's not the bin bags. I do not know where they are coming from or what they're doing. It's like they're now fucking with me.
They are fucking
they're like, oh, he thinks we're coming from the bin bags. Well, no.
We're keeping him on his toes.
Yeah, they're not near any doors. They're not near any windows. They're right slap bang in the middle of the kitchen.
So weird. You know what I'm gonna have to do? I'm gonna have to come round and inspect. We're gonna have to spend a day just rifling through your kitchen
I'm not
trying to work
fast.
it out. I am. I'm guessing I'm gonna have to give you like Sherlock Holmes deer stalker.
The thing is it's like one slug at a time.
Yeah.
So I just keep thinking to myself, it's like the slowest invasion of all time. You know?
Yeah.
And it's not the same slug each time because you know, some have been big, some have been tiny, some have been, you know, so it's not the same slug each time.
Yeah.
It's like the slowest invasion.
Honestly, it would be even weirder if it was the same slug.
Oh, it'd be even weirder if it was the same slug. It would be even like, and I also think if it was like one slug, then it was 2 slugs, then it's 4. Like literally. Oh no! But yeah, so that's the update to the slug situation, the slug saga.
There you go, people. You have been updated.
Is we are back to square one of we don't know where they're coming from because it's not the cupboard and it's not the bin bags. I thought I had it sussed.
But we do not.
We do not. We're back to square one.
Any thoughts? Let us know down below.
Yeah. Any ideas of how slugs can appear in the middle of the kitchen and even appear on the kitchen countertop 2 hours after I've been actually using said kitchen countertop to make my tea?
Yeah.
Like, How? Anyway, so there's that.
Right.
As you well know, and maybe some listeners know, I went to the Harry Potter Studios again this week.
Yes.
And I proceeded to spend 7 hours in there.
Yes.
And it's like, every time I say to people, they're like, oh, I went and we only spent an hour and a half. Have I missed out? I'm like, yes you fucking have.
My lord.
My lord. My God.
Like, make a day of it.
Yeah.
Take a picnic.
I would say, minimum 3 to 4. Minimum.
Yeah, I can't even... I think we were literally there for like 5-6 hours the first time we went.
No, because the first time we went, we were with my parents and they wanted to just get around it quickly. Remember?
Yeah, but I don't think we were there... I'm sure it didn't take... I'm sure we were there longer than an hour and a half.
Oh, yeah. We were probably 2.5 hours there.
Maybe.
I just remember my parents disappeared ahead of us and then came back and you're still here.
And we were like, yes, we are looking at everything.
But of course, since this was, I think, my 7th time going,
Yes. Which is a magical number.
Which is the magical number. It's the perfect number in the Harry Potter universe, so maybe I should stop. I won't.
Obviously not.
But that just meant I was like just espousing all this knowledge that I have of the place. To a tour guide overheard me and was like, "Do you work here?" I was like, "No. No, I don't.
A nerd.
I just know things." Maybe I should have said yes, because like the look she gave me after when she's like, "Do you work here?" And I was like, "No." And she's like, "Okay.
You are one of these people.
You're one of those. Okay, sure." I have to admit defeat.
Oh, wow.
I have to acknowledge
Yes.
that I am an old man.
Oh, yeah, we've all been there. Why? What's he doing? What are you doing? I'm scared, people. I'm worried. What is that?
For the people listening to Spotify, I have had to turn to Rennie. I've had acid reflux for the last couple of weeks. And it's like, initially, I'm like, no.
You actually had a go at me the other week about using it.
It's like, no, because I know from both my parent, my dad, my eldest brother, and you, that once you start, that's it, you're fucked.
Yeah.
But after having 2 weeks of non-stop acid reflux, I'm like, it's
I think
time.
This is one of these things, Ben, right? And this happens in our life. Like, you get in a relationship, I'm single. I get in a relationship, you're single. I've stopped taking Rennie for a good month now.
Bastard, it's you!
Our lives are intertwined, young men. I've been trying to wean myself off it.
Yes, because you popped it like fucking Tic Tacs.
I know I did. But I've been trying to wean myself off it, so I haven't had it in a while, so this must be it.
I'm putting it down to work's been really hectic recently, to the point where I'm having tea 9, 10 o'clock at night, and then going to beds.
Wow.
And of course that's just fucking everything up.
Yeah.
So,
definitely.
Hopefully when work calms the fuck down, if it ever calms the fuck down.
If it ever calms down.
The acid reflux will die off.
Yes.
But that was needed.
That's
I have finally admitted defeat.
What's going on here?
Traffic lights. Not complete road closure, just traffic lights. We're good. We're okay.
Wow. That's something else, Ben. That is
something else.
I can't believe you're actually at that stage. You know, in like American, like big Hollywood films, like when like the police sergeant is really stressed because they're no nonsense detective guy is causing them like stress and anxiety and everything.
Yeah.
They just sit there drinking that like pink heartburn milkshake.
Yeah.
You're at that stage now, and you're on Rennie. That's what that is.
Yeah.
Work has gotten to you that you are now on Rennie. Welcome to the real world.
Fuck off!
Welcome to being an adult.
No, fuck off! Because that suggests like all my previous jobs that I've ever had have not been, hard.
Not been as stressful.
No, it's just I've been useful and like hard-headed enough that I'm like, fuck this, fuck that, I'm gonna be better than everything else.
But your body is now giving up.
My body is now going, no, you are 31.
Yeah.
You're middle-aged.
Yep.
You can't be all fuck this, fuck that, I'm gonna be hard-headed.
Your knees won't take it anymore.
My knees are still fine. My back is still fine.
Speaking of that, I just clicked mine.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
I'm not the one who's been told to lose weight for my joints.
Yeah.
And yet I'm like twice the size of you.
Yeah.
So
I just abused my body. There was a difference.
There is a difference. Other than that, I am fine.
Fair enough.
Paddy, how are you?
I am also fine, Ben. I have had a busy week. I want to moan about customers.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever done this.
Always. I've done everything, but carry on.
Well, if you have, you're a dick, Ben.
Okay.
I mean, I have regularly frequented, like, some restaurants. You know, I might go once every couple of weeks or things like that.
Yep.
I don't know what it is about the one that I work in. And it has happened in the hotel that me and you both used to work in. But people will request a table when dining in a said restaurant. If they go regularly enough, they know what tables they like to sit on, things like that.
Yeah.
No, okay. I don't know what's happened in the last week, but I have had some incredibly awkward people about booking tables.
Mm-hmm.
To the point of one lady because a certain table had been already requested, and I couldn't then said move the table so she could have it.
Yeah.
She said, "That's fine. I will just go to a different restaurant," and hung up.
Okay, bye.
I had another lady nearly cry in the restaurant the other day because she had thought that she had booked a table, and she had booked a different table, and when she said I had booked, the person I spoke to on the phone guaranteed me that table, and I said, "Well, you spoke to me and you said you wanted that table, so that was the table."
I'm guessing she gave you the table number rather than the details of where it was.
No, she said the details.
Right.
So you know where you sat. It was the first time you ever ate there by yourself, and you had steak.
Thank you for pointing out to everyone that I've been to restaurants by myself. But yes, carry on.
I go to them all the time by
Yes,
myself.
yes.
There's nothing wrong with that. Dining out by yourself is actually quite a nice thing to do.
It's a bit weird when you first do it.
Yeah, first couple of times it's a bit odd,
weird, but then you just get used to it. Yeah. Carry on.
But that table you sat on, okay,
Yeah.
that's table 2.
Okay, that's the one in front of the fire, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the one next to it on the other side is number 3.
Right.
Okay. Now, number 3 is the most sought-after table of 2 in the restaurant.
Okay.
Okay. Now, the lady on the phone, when booking, said to me that she wanted the round table in front of the bar. That is table 5 by the till. That is that one.
Yeah.
She wanted the round table by the fireplace in the corner, not by the bar. That is a different table.
Yeah.
So when I explained that to her, because she spoke with me, because it was my initials on the thing, and we obviously, like most restaurants, you have a system, so you put that in. We have a lock system, and you leave a comment of DNM, which is do not move.
Yeah.
Usual things. You even put the table number in my restaurant to make sure that nobody has moved it.
Yeah.
So when she was like, "I don't understand, but I booked that table," and I said, "Well, unfortunately, you didn't. You requested that one because you said you wanted the one in front of the bar, not the one in the corner by the fireplace, and somebody has requested." To this point, I recommended that she could have the table next to it. Equally as nice table. Okay, it's not the one in the corner, but fine. To the point of, she started to cry at the table because she couldn't have the table next to it.
Yeah.
So I went up to her and I said, "You know what? If it's that much of an issue, just go and sit there. Because clearly you cannot eat food unless you're at that table. I don't know what you do at home." And I walked off.
Once again, you show all the... what's the word I'm looking for? The clemency that I would not have. Because at that point, I would have also presented her with a bib and fucking crayons. Because she's a fucking child.
I was so tempted to.
I would have said, "Do you want the kids menu? Here's your fucking bib, here's your fucking crayons."
The bloke she was with, I don't know, she was an older lady, but I assume it's her son.
Right.
But he was older than us.
Right,
She was quite a lady of an older thing, of an older age. But I just don't understand what the people's issue is.
I get
people like to sit in certain places and things like that. Like my dad has it. Like he likes to sit and he likes to have his back to the wall and he likes to.
My mum's the same.
Yeah, like
I get that. Everyone's the same.
Like everybody has their things. Like for me, I'm now at the stage of my life, and like I don't actually like to look at the room when I'm dining in a restaurant because I get into work mode and I judge everything.
Yeah.
So it's less enjoyable for me to watch the room.
Yeah.
I like to people watch out of a window, but I don't like to watch like people working in a restaurant.
Yeah.
Because I just go into work mode and I judge.
Yeah.
That's just how I am. But people, I don't know what they have in our restaurant, but they have such obsessions. I have had people argue about tables before with other customers saying, "I've requested this table, you're on my table." I do not know what it is about this place, but it has happened ever since I started there 5 years ago.
Oh, it's also a haunted hotel restaurant thing, so it's the spirits, possessing people.
If only.
And making them go crazy.
I mean, maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
Is that table underneath the haunted room?
No, because the haunted room's on top floor.
But still, like, is it?
Oh no.
No. Okay.
No, because it's at the front. So.
Okay. But either way, yeah.
Anyway,
no, I just...
I mean, I've never been that person that I've gone to a restaurant and gone... I've like, it happens that people like come into a restaurant, it's fine, you know, if you see a table that's empty and you're free, you know, you are more than welcome to, like, can I sit on that table?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, if that's what you want. But I don't think I've ever gone into a restaurant and gone, I'm sorry, I'm not sitting here, I don't want to sit here, I want to sit on that table. And then have a hissy fit when you've been told that you can't sit there because it's a table for 4. I've had two people go, can I sit on that table? And I go, oh, unfortunately, that table is actually booked for 6 people because it's a massive table.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You cannot sit there. Tough.
Yeah.
You know? Like, deal with it.
Yeah.
People, I think, that's self-entitled.
You know what? I'm actually going to defend people for a second.
Okay.
So, I agree with you. 99.9999999% is probably self-entitlement.
Yeah.
However, I once went on a date with someone,
Ooh.
and he was a thespian.
Oh.
And because he was a thespian, he had a very carrying voice.
Okay. Right. Where is this going? Now,
imagine this.
Yeah.
Tiny little restaurant.
Yeah.
You're on a first date, getting to know each other. You're on this date with a person who has a very loud carrying voice.
Yeah.
And they loudly say across the whole fucking restaurant,
Oh, God.
so how did you lose your virginity?
Oh, wow.
Wow, mate. What are you talking about? I am pure and innocent. But yeah. We will slap back, like, because of course we went booked a table.
Yeah.
I don't care about tables. We were sat on the table that we were going. It just so happens to be the table was right slap bang in the middle of the restaurant.
Oh, hashtag all.
And I was like, right, if I go on a second date with this guy, I didn't. Pretty much for this reason.
Safe to say he's not watching this right now.
But if I went on another date with this person, I would have been like, can we get one in the corner, please? Like, as far away from everyone else as fucking possible.
I get that.
But that's not because of I want to sit at that table. That's because the situation.
I don't want people to hear what he's talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what he's going to say, how loudly he's going to say it.
That's fair.
You know, and then like he started talking about like how he lost his virginity right in the middle of the meal.
Wow.
And he was going into detail.
Oh, good Lord.
Yes.
That is not polite etiquette. While one is eating their pie.
Part of me wanted to be like, excuse me, sir, this is Ipswich. We are very conservative. Shut the fuck up. Like, you do not know what homophobic people are around you right now. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, God.
He was visiting family from London.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Hence the thespian.
Thespian, yes.
But yeah, and I was just like, oh, you do not know where you are, sir.
This is awkward.
And to be fair, I've completely forgotten about this until I started talking about it. But there was a couple on a table a few sitting diagonally away from me, and the woman kept like catching my eye, and like she was invested.
She was loving it.
And she was loving it, and I was like 1 minute, like she caught my eye, and she like raised her eyebrows and was like, "Fucking hell, you poor bastard."
you got yourself a keeper there,
Yeah.
son.
But yeah,
Oh dear.
I friend zoned him immediately.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
I feel that's a friend zone thing to do.
Yeah.
And the other thing I wanted to bring up, that happened to me on my journey to the cinema today, was I don't know if this happens to you, but do you get like when like small blokes feel they have to be bigger around you?
All the time.
Yes. Okay.
It's Napoleon syndrome.
Yeah, I know. But today's one, I don't know what it was. He had to press the button for the door.
Okay.
So he immediately like squidged up to the door, even though I was like, because I'm only one stop, so I get on the thing and I stand at the door and then get off again. So he insisted on pressing the button. It's fine. You press the button. You can do that.
You press the button. We'll give you a gold star whilst you're at it, because you're a big, strong boy who can press buttons.
What I was not going to let him do I was not going to let him beat me up the stairs.
So that's why your knees just clicked, because you fucked your knees up racing them up the stairs.
No. I let him think he was going to take the lead because, because he did the small person thing of taking each step
Right.
So I then started skipping a step,
Yeah.
and suddenly he started skipping a step, but I had more momentum at this time, and I whooped his ass.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you, Ben.
Yeah,
I don't. You can press your button, sir, but I will win the stairs.
For me, whenever I'm presented with a like Napoleon syndrome person who has to be, I must like from an outside perspective, it must look like a Great Dane trying to comprehend a Chihuahua. Like, because I just sort of freeze and stare at them like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
You know, and I get so confused, and then it's like 5-10 minutes later, I'm like, oh, they were competing with me.
Yeah.
Right. Like, I think we've talked about this before. I am very much in my own little world.
Oh god, yes.
Like, oblivious to everything.
Yes.
So when they're trying to compete with me, I'm just like, what?
Is going on?
What is going on? What is this little person doing? Oh, that's what they're doing.
Oh, yes.
No. See, now, of course, I can't really say it's Napoleon syndrome because I drive to the cinema, whereas you get the train.
Yes.
But I have had a few times of small car syndrome.
Oh, yes.
You know, where I go to overtake like a Ford KA, and they start flooring it, and it's like, really?
Have you seen my beast?
Have you seen this beautiful car? This beautiful Japanese machine? Its might, its power, its grr.
It is a wide car.
But yeah, so I'm going to admit this. The other week, coming back from the pub quiz, going over the Orwell Bridge. Of course, as you know, it's average speed camera.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Car going 55 in the left-hand lane, so I pull out into the right-hand lane to overtake.
Yes.
And they start speeding up. Right. I'm like, okay, fine. They finally realised where the gas pedal is. Yeah. Congratulations.
You can use it.
You can use it. I pull back in behind them. They slow back down to 55. I'm like, right. Okay, so I then pull back out again, go to speed up again, and they speed up again. Okay. And I'm like, I see you're trying to mess with me. It's not going to work. So I pull back in again, and they slow back down to 55 again. Yeah. So I pull out for a third time, and this is when they floor it to about, it's nearly 70.
Wow.
And I'm like, I'm not chasing her. And then they then pulled out into the right-hand lane for no reason why, and then like started flashing their indicators and tapping their brakes and everything. It's like, they are trying to rile me up.
Okay.
And you know what? I was just sitting here in my driver's seat, and I was like, it's Monday night. I'm on my way home. I have no plans. I have a full tank of petrol. I'm just going to follow you.
Oh my god,
I proceeded to follow them for 45 minutes. Okay, yeah, I may have wasted quite a bit of petrol.
Oh, it was worth every penny.
But it was, because especially since, like, when they finally clocked that I was following them, they, of course, then started trying to, like, get away from me. I don't know what was going through their heads, but they still put their indicator on every time they turned. And I was like, why are you trying to get away from me? Why are you putting your indicator on? And then I was like, I think I know what they're doing. They're trying to lull me into a false sense of security. And then one moment they're going to put their indicator on saying left, and then they're going to turn right.
Yeah.
Indicator went on left.
Yeah.
And I knew they were going to do it because they slowed right down to like 5 miles an hour and swung the car out to the left. I was like, you're telegraphing which way you're going. You know. Yeah. The only reason they got away from me and I wasn't following them after 45 minutes was because they went through a red light to get away from me.
No! Wow.
Yeah. They went through a red light to get away from me. And then I was like, you've just ruined the fun.
You know what? They must have been shitting a fucking brick.
Yeah. To go through a red light.
Yeah, they must have.
Because there was at one point...
I applaud you. I fucking applaud you.
There was about, like, the 30-minute mark. I suddenly just went, what if they stop? What am I going to do? I have chosen a path. I have chosen violence. What if...
I have chosen a path that I cannot follow.
Exactly. And I was like, okay, let's... And I was like, no, fuck it.
Anakin, you're breaking my heart.
And I was just like, let's just go down this path. Let's just see where this road takes me. Turns out it took me 45 minutes. But On the bright side, when they finally went through the red light, they had me facing the right way to get back to Felixstowe.
It's okay.
So I was like, it's fine, it's grand. I'm already facing the right way. Because there was one moment when they started going back to Ipswich, I was like, do I do it? Because now I'm going the wrong way. And yeah, they turned me back around and had me facing Felix. I was like, grand, thank you.
Oh my god. That was...
Yeah. Shall we talk film? Seeing as that's what we're supposed to do.
Yeah, I mean, we're cutting it fine. We might have to go up and around and make it...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I just need a second. Woo. Okay. Right, then. Right, so we've just been to see Paddington. We've just been to see Paddington in Peru. Oh my god.
Take a breath. Breathe. Shall I say what I thought whilst you calm down?
You go first.
Yeah. Paddington in Peru is a solid kids film. Do you know what? It's a good thing that we padded this out because I don't really have much to say myself.
Okay.
I enjoyed it. It's a solid kids film. It will keep your kids entertained. It's a bit tamer than most films nowadays. But I think that's like the slight Britishness to it. Like, I'm actually going to refer this back to the Harry Potter studios because I can.
Yes.
And there's a little video, like, for the people who haven't been to the Harry Potter studios, I'm going to slightly spoil it for you for a second.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's not a big spoiler.
Yeah.
But they have a video played by, of a little interview with J.K. Rowling and David Heyman, the producer, right at the beginning of the tour. And David Heyman makes this comment of, when I read the book, I envisioned it as this tiny little British film. And he makes a big thing of it, about it being a British film, because apparently there's, like, this niche of, like, just little independent British-made films that are... they're very British in their like essence, in their emotions and their feelings and how it's presented and just everything. The Paddington series is, I think, a perfect example of that, like just a little British film. Yeah. You know, with these little Britishisms. Yeah. And Paddington himself is just very British.
He is.
And so it's a solid film. It'll do well for kids from Britain. Probably won't do well anywhere else. Maybe. I don't know. American kids will be very bored by it, I think.
I don't know. I feel like there's something about it. Like the first two were so popular.
Yeah.
You know, they made a third and things like that. Like.
Yeah. But yeah, enjoyed it. It's not the best kids film we've been to see this year.
Okay.
I still think that Wild Robot holds that.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, a very solid British kids film.
Yeah.
Thumbs up, take your kids, have a good time.
Yeah.
Paddy, your thoughts?
I love the first two.
Yeah.
The second one for me is better than the first.
Yeah.
This is good. It has a bit of a different feel to it. I don't know if that's because it's a different director this time.
Maybe.
Compared to the first two. Obviously some of the cast has changed.
Yeah.
As well. Overall, I think it's great. I think Ben Whishaw as Paddington is like ultimate god tier casting.
Even though he has admitted that he doesn't like marmalade and so he's now dead to us.
Yeah. You know, he's a traitor to Paddington and the cause. But like you said, there is just something so quintessentially British about this that I love it. I love what it's like. I remember like having the Paddington books as a kid.
I remember the TV show, the cartoon TV show.
I remember that. You know, I think it's great. And like, as much as I felt like several of the jokes fell flat. Yeah. I don't think it had the same the
zany energy.
Yeah, as well as like the cast. I didn't feel like they connected as much. You know, I thought, you know, Olivia Colman was just like, I'm going to be here and I'm chewing up scenery. Yeah. You know, Antonio Banderas was obviously, was Antonio Banderas. He was, he was quite...
unfortunately, I think for Antonio Banderas, the moment he did Zorro, he was kind of fucked, in a way. Yeah. Because all his characters are very Zorro-esque.
Yeah, they have that kind of flair to them and things like that. Like, I feel, he's kind of always then cast from there. But like I think he did well.
He did well.
I don't know who the actress is who plays his daughter, but I thought she was very well, very, very good.
Yeah.
for her part, you know, I think it was, like you said, I think it's a good, entertaining, solid kids film. I think I agree with you. I think Wild Robot is better for this year. I do think this is the weakest out of the three, in my opinion.
I would agree.
I think it goes 2-1-3.
You know what? How I describe it is, I want eyes. You take your kids will enjoy it.
Yep.
They won't watch it a second time. They won't sit still for a second time.
No.
There's not much rewatch value, I would say.
No, not for this one. I feel like the rewatch value on the first two is more.
Yeah.
I rewatch the first two quite regularly. It's like I add that to my list. I watch it at least like once a year.
Yeah.
You know, I think they're great ones to rewatch. But, you know, it was okay. It was good.
Yeah.
It had some laughs. It was a good, solid film. Entertaining time. It wasn't too long.
Yeah.
So
it's a standard kids film that doesn't push the envelope.
Yeah, exactly that.
And
Ticks all the boxes.
That's what you need for a kids film. You don't want too much
No.
going on, because it will just confuse kids, and then confuse kids act out and stop watching. So
Exactly that.
you want a simple plot line, and this is what it was.
Yeah,
Simple
exactly.
plot line.
Final thoughts?
Slugs.
Ben be a menace on the road. Do not piss off Ben if he has a full tank of fuel.
I was just like, fuck it, let's just.
I'd have paid money to be in the car at the time. The slug situation continues.
Back to square one.
Back to square one. Thoughts down below, please.
Yep.
Don't be so fucking finicky about tables in a restaurant. If you enjoy going to that restaurant and dining there,
go to that restaurant.
Then go to that restaurant.
Yeah. And if you're going to make a scene, fucking just record it and put it on YouTube so we can all have a laugh.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what you need to start doing. Wear a body cam.
Oh, you know what? The amount of...
Wear a body cam, and then when they start acting up, be like, you realise you're being filmed.
Like...
Boom, they would stop.
Yeah, I know. The amount of times that we've said that, like, they should do, like, fly-on-the-wall documentaries in, like, hotels and restaurants like that. So people can actually see what other people are like, the shit that we have to go through.
Body cams.
Yeah, man. I'm for it.
We'll start a petition down below.
Yeah.
Body cams for restaurant workers.
Exactly. I think you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
Paddington 3.
Solid film.
Yeah, solid kids film. Yeah. But with that all being said, have you watched Paddington? What's your thoughts on the Paddington franchise altogether? Let us know down below, or you can email us at sliceofriedgoldpod@gmail.com. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell. And if you are listening to us on Spotify, please do give us a 5-star review. With that all being said, we'll see you in the next one, where we shall be entertained. Hint, hint. Thank you very much. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.